Spice of Life, the ice cream truck. Here is a short story about an ice cream truck, a village lost in too many choices, and the difference between sugar sweetness and soulful sweetness. Every afternoon, Peter drove his bright ice cream truck into the village square. Its little bell rang beneath the magnolia trees, and children, parents, and grandparents gathered with coins in their hands. At first, Peter offered 4 flavors: chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and lemon. The villagers chose easily, sat together beneath the blossoms, and laughed while their cones melted in the sun. "Variety is the spice of life," Peter would cheer. Then someone asked for blueberry thunder. Another requested caramel comet. Soon came mango moonbeam, peppermint puzzle, pistachio parade, coconut cloud, and triple-swirled cinnamon surprise. Peter wanted everyone to be happy, so he kept adding flavors. Before long, the menu stretched from the roof of the truck almost to the road. The villagers no longer approached with simple delight. They stood before the towering menu in a fog of indecision. "What if I choose the wrong flavor?" worried one child. "What if hers is better than mine?" asked another. Chocolate lovers gathered on one side of the square. Strawberry lovers formed a group across from them. The pistachio people called themselves refined. The vanilla people were mocked for being ordinary. Soon everyone was describing themselves by the scoop in their hand. "I am a chocolate person." "We mango people are more adventurous." "Only someone with excellent taste would understand pistachio." A harmless menu had become a map of separation. Peter watched customers trade cones, regret their choices, demand samples, and return to the window before finishing what they already had. He created even more flavors, hoping one perfect scoop would finally satisfy them. But the more choices he offered, the less peaceful the village became. Peter had always believed variety was the spice of life. Yet as he watched preference become identity and choice become judgment, he saw that variety had become the strife of life. One afternoon, a girl named Leora came to the truck. She studied the enormous menu and then looked inside the freezer. "Peter, what is the main ingredient in all these flavors?" "Sugar," he answered. "So it is mostly the same sugar dressed in different flavor costumes?" Peter smiled. "I suppose it is." Leora looked across the square. Chocolate was arguing with strawberry. Mango was mocking vanilla. Everyone could see the flavors, yet no one seemed able to see one another. "They believe in the parts," she said, "and have forgotten the whole." Her words passed through Peter like sunlight breaking through a cloud. He saw that every flavor made the same hidden promise: "Choose me, and you will be complete." The colors changed, the names changed, the toppings changed. Yet beneath every costume was the same substitute for the peace the villagers truly wanted. The truck offered sugar sweetness, but their hearts were longing for soulful sweetness. Peter closed the serving window. The villagers gasped. "Are you out of ice cream?" someone called. "No," Peter replied. "I am out of answers." He stepped down from the truck and stood beneath the magnolia tree. "I thought more choices would bring more happiness," he said. "But I have been trying to manufacture something I do not know how to give. I kept dressing sugar in new costumes while we forgot the sweetness already among us." "What sweetness?" asked a boy holding a dripping cone. Peter paused and admitted, "I don't know. I am willing to step back and be shown." The square grew still. Leora pointed toward the villagers. "Soulful sweetness begins when we see innocence before preference. It is remembering that everyone carries the same light, even when they hold different cones. It is wishing peace and joy for everyone, not only those who choose as we do." A chocolate lover looked across the square at a strawberry lover. Without the argument between them, neither seemed very different. Peter realized the flavors were not the problem. He did not need to throw away the menu or make everyone choose the same scoop. He only needed to choose again what the truck was for. He reopened the window. "Choose whatever flavor brings you joy," he said, "but do not ask it to tell you who you are. Do not use your preference to decide who belongs beside you." The villagers slowly ordered. Chocolate sat with strawberry. Pistachio shared a bench with vanilla. Mango offered lemon a taste, not to prove one was better, but because sharing had become the purpose. The sweetness they had searched for in the perfect flavor had been hidden by their demand for something else. Peter stopped inventing flavors from fear that someone might be dissatisfied. Some days a new idea came naturally, and he followed it. Other days there was no instruction, so he rested beneath the magnolia tree and trusted that everyone would receive what they truly needed. The ice cream still melted. Sugar sweetness still touched the tongue and faded, but soulful sweetness increased whenever it was given away. The villagers did not give up variety. They gave up using variety to prove separation. Many flavors remained, but the purpose was one. Whenever comparison returned, Peter rang the little bell and reminded them, variety is the spice of life when it is shared in joy. Variety becomes the strife of life when it is used to divide. Then he would smile and add, sugar may wear 1,000 flavor costumes, but soulful sweetness has no costume and leaves no one out. May we sing, rest, and dance our way home together.